had hoped our enemies would leave this planet, but it is not to be. This stalemate cannot last. One side must win. And yet, the battle continues.
Giant transforming robots wielding powerful guns and fighting over the fate of the universe. Yes, the Transformers are rad, and they're back this summer on the big screen and retail shelves. Now, despite what you may expect from movie tie-in games, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is actually pretty darn fun. The game does a reasonably good job of capturing the power and excitement of the Transformers, though it's not without its problems. It doesn't make a great first impression, and it will likely take you a while to really get the hang of the tricky controls. But once you get good enough to overcome most of the control awkwardness, you'll be tearing through your enemies and maneuvering around levels like the big, awesome robot that you are. The 2 sizable campaigns and many unlockables provide a solid amount of single-player content, and the online multiplayer offers an entertaining slice of Cybertronic combat. Despite its slow start and other sundry issues, Revenge of the Fallen is a fun and satisfying foray into the world of massive battle robots from space.
The Autobot threat appears to have been eliminated.
It has been. I have led our first major victory against the Autobots.
Soundwave is still scanning to see if our operation was exposed, Starscream. It is not over yet.
The game features 2 campaigns, Decepticon and Autobot, that loosely follow the plot of the movie. The Transformer models are faithfully represented, though the same can't really be said for the voice acting. While Megatron and Optimus Prime sound great,
Well done, Autobots.
others, like Starscream, are almost unintelligible.
As you are terminated, Autobots, a new age begins!
And any scenes with Shia LaBeouf or Megan Fox will make you thankful that the campaigns don't stick too closely to the movie plot. Missions are based in a few hot spots around the globe, and each spot generally features a few different maps. These maps are open areas that you can travel around freely, and they're diverse enough to avoid feeling too repetitive. The missions themselves charge you with a small variety of tasks that tread a little closer to repetition. Depending on which side you're playing on, you'll do things like escort or kidnap humans, race through checkpoints, repair or repurpose satellite dishes, destroy or protect a landmark, all the while fighting and destroying enemy foot soldiers. There are also a few big boss battles, but overall there isn't a lot of variety. Fortunately, each mission has 2 bonus objectives and 5 targets to shoot that help you earn attribute boosts, so there's always a little more to do than just the core mission. Additionally, there are overarching objectives that unlock things like vintage paint jobs and episodes of the original cartoon show, as well as medals for your performance on each level. In the early going, all these ancillary objectives won't mean too much to you because you'll be busy getting the hang of the controls. Playing as a Transformer from the third-person view, you can switch between 3 different modes: Robot, Weapon, and Vehicle. In Robot mode, you can walk, jump, and melee attack. Pulling the left trigger will raise your guns and put you into Weapon mode. From here, you can strafe and fire away with your primary or secondary weapon. Each Autobot and Decepticon has a unique loadout, with weapons running the gamut from flamethrowers to sticky grenades to laser blasters to sniper rifles. Each also has a unique special ability that you can activate with the push of a button, though there are some parallels between the 2 factions. There's a Transformer of each alignment that can heal units around it,
Just in time. My reserve power was almost depleted.
but there's no Autobot equivalent to Megatron's deadly fusion arm cannon.
That's in my way now.
The unique loadouts give each Transformer specific strengths and weaknesses. While these are fun to experiment with in single player, online multiplayer is where their tactical depth really shines through. The third and final mode is both the most interesting and the most problematic. Vehicle mode transforms your character into a truck, a car, a jet, helicopter, whatever their unique vehicle form is. Transforming is as easy as pulling the right trigger, maneuvering is a bit more complicated. Whether you're going into or coming out of vehicle form, you have this kind of momentum, And directing this momentum through your transformation and predicting your exit vector is tricky to get the hang of, so you'll end up awkwardly turned around more than a few times. Pairing attacks or jumps with transformations to pull off advanced maneuvers is also tricky, but these abilities are some of the coolest things you can do in the game. In an advanced melee attack, you pop out of vehicle mode right into a nasty attack like some sort of belligerent jack-in-the-box. The advanced jump pops four-wheeled vehicles into a high jump and then can be chained together for some exhilarating and bizarre roof hopping.
Autobots will also be near.
Yet even beyond the initial awkwardness of learning the controls, you're still going to run into some movement hitches. Cars often get caught up on obstacles that you were previously able to drive over or through without a problem, making driving for extended periods a perilous proposition. Jets have to fly slowly to be maneuverable, but a slow jet is still kind of weird. And it's also tough to get the hang of the steering and altitude adjustment controls for any flying vehicle. Freedom of movement and the ability to hover are the flyer's greatest strengths, but all too often you'll get hung up on buildings or find yourself lodged in a spot where you can't really transform. Given the sheer range of mobility options across all the Transformers, it's understandable that there would be some issues. That doesn't really make them any less bothersome. As you get more proficient with the controls, these hitches become less prevalent, and then it's a good time to give multiplayer a try. The available modes are pretty standard: deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag, control points, and protect/kill the team leader. What makes it interesting is that now the strategic implications of each Transformer's unique loadout become crucially important. A team full of lumbering longhauls may lock down a control point and kill anyone who approaches, but a breakaway hovering out of range will pick them off with ease. Optimizing your team for each game type and countering your enemy's strategies is an engaging challenge, even if the modes and maps aren't particularly interesting. Revenge of the Fallen has some good stuff going for it, and it's a lot of fun once you've mastered the controls. Grappling your way through the initial awkwardness is kind of a drag, and some issues never really get better. Fortunately, you do get better, and by the time you've completed most of one campaign, you'll be able to achieve bonus objectives, shoot bonus targets, and still finish the mission with a great time. At this point, you'll feel powerful, engaged, and excited to be a Transformer. It may take a while to get there, but when you do, you'll be one happy alien, robot, car, jet thingy guy.